Hey, my name's Alison. I'm a Green Organics member and I'm also a colonic hydrotherapist. I've been practicing this for over 12 years, and so it seems quite fitting that I give a little talk today to try and explain why colons are very important to keep healthy and how it might well serve you to take care of your colon while you're doing a detox. So I'm now in my busy practice in between clients talking to you on my iPad, and I want to say that there's a lot of information about colons and their history and their philosophy, believe it or not. And I want to offer everybody on this cleanse the opportunity to be able to contact me directly if you need to. If you wanted to find out more, or if you have any personal questions, please do so. Because the first and most important thing to tell you is that everybody's colon behaves differently. You are a unique individual. Nobody is just the same. Unlike many doctors and medical practitioners who say that, we've all got noses and ears and arms and bodies and organs, they're very, very different. People will have weak spots in different parts of their body. And the colon is a regular place for people to have difficulties. It's an incredible part of the body. Sadly, most people that I know have either fear or some kind of weird humour about when we talk about the colon. And that's strange in itself, considering that it's something that we all need and we need to eliminate from on a daily basis. But it does bring up some fear. So what I want to do is try and eliminate that with facts and information, and to just try and explain a little bit about its role in the body. So the first thing is digestion starts with the mouth, where I'm talking to you from now. And we start and we eat and things go into your mouth, and hopefully we chew lots. And we start this process of digestion. And things move then down into the stomach. And more things happen in there. Lots of different enzymes and protein breakdowns, and lots of stuff happens. And then we've got our liver, and everything goes jolly on its way down. Eventually everything gets down to the colon. So the colon is 5 foot long, and from mouth to toilet it should be a process of between 12 and 15 hours to go through all these different cycles. And when things get down to the colon, they then have a journey through there, and hopefully if you've got a nice clean colon, it's doing its job properly and it's moving things through, and we then eliminate through there. It's not just food that goes to the colon that we're taking through in this process, it's also the waste from the liver as well, and from the lungs, and from the blood, and from the lymph. Everything gets down there. So you're not just eliminating your old food, you're eliminating a lot more than that as well. And if you look at this in a really holistic way, you're also processing emotions. And this is the last place, it's completion, it's the end. It's the place where everything then just disappears from. So some people hold on. Some people find it very difficult to let go. And that's why we sometimes have a lot of the nation suffering with constipation. Yes, diet's very, very important, but sometimes it's a little bit more than that as well. So there's a big emotional part to do with this colon. It's incredibly sensitive. It's a lot of the time when people talk about having IBS, you'll find that these people are incredibly sensitive, very creative, amazing people who feel things very, very deeply. And we talk about gut instinct, so here we go as well, there's more connections there. It's a very magical part of the body. And that might seem absolutely crazy to a lot of you, for me to be sitting here and saying that colons are magical. Well, I believe that they are. I believe that we store things in here, and when we clean it and we get rid of our old rubbish, wow, amazing things can start to happen. And I have hundreds of testimonies over the years from people who can actually state that does happen. So, just on a very basic level, colonic hydrotherapy dates back to written evidence of it back to 1500 BC. And in ancient Egypt, they seem to have quite a knack of being able to tap into natural remedies, as well as being able to build amazing pyramids. There's lots of evidence that we're finding now that attests to different types of holistic therapies, and one of them is colonic. So, although we kind of don't want to talk about that, colonic hydrotherapy has been written about way back then, basically using the same elements that I'm using today: warmth, gravity, and water. So those are the things. I don't use any great big kind of machinery. It's using natural forces, and that's what they used to do back then. Hippocrates as well, who we talked about in the 3rd and 4th century, who's I'm sure a lot of you've heard about, who's a a great philosopher and person who talked about health in a real holistic way of looking at how we do it in the beginning and taking it on a personal level there. He spoke about enemas and cleaning and taking out the waste from the colon. So having a healthy colon is going to serve you well. Recent studies, and really recent studies that I've found out recently through my research to talk to you this morning, have attested to the fact that about 80% of our immune system is located in the intestines and in the gut. It's the central part of the body. Keeping it clean will keep you alive a lot longer. So, 12 to 15 hours from mouth to the toilet. So just have a think about that and think, how long is it? Do you sometimes go without going to the toilet? Do you go for a day or two without going? What are you holding on to? What kind of toxins are in your body that you're holding on to there? And even if you go regularly, over the years, what gets stored in this colon? I can tell you, lots. You'll be surprised what can get stored in there. Lots and lots and lots of things. So to clean the colon, at least twice a year, I would say at least twice a year. I would say seasonally, because we go through seasons and the body goes through seasons and the colon goes through seasons. You're doing a cleanse, you're doing a detox, we're cleaning out the house. And this is this beautiful body you're cleaning out. You're taking these amazing smoothies, using the green organics products, and everything's moving, right from a cellular level. Cleaning the blood, cleaning out the lymph system, moving through the digestion. Where do all the toxins go? How do they get out of the body? Yes, some come through the kidneys, some comes through the skin. The majority of all toxicity removes itself through the colon. It's the sewer of the body. So, just imagine, and we'll make this palatable for you. You've got a beautiful house, and you've cleaned every room in this beautiful house. You've cleaned it out, This is our detox. And then you've got a great big pile of bin liners by the back door. And they just stay there, and they just stay there. Sometimes they need a bit of help to come through. It's 5 foot long, 2.5 inches in diameter, and it spreads across the middle of your body. This most amazing, powerful point of our body, where we feel things, where our gut instinct is, where we also store old emotional waste as well. So not only by cleaning your colon are you getting rid of all the toxins and the waste, you could well be letting go of some old emotional rubbish that's there as well. For those of you who've been joining in with our wonderful Skype chat, I'm sure that you found people talking about old emotions being released. Well, I can assure you and guarantee that when you open through the colonics, or you open your colon and you let things move, you'll find that you feel amazing afterwards. You feel amazing. Not just because you're lighter because the toxins have gone, but sometimes some things that have been lying around for a long time. Old emotional waste gets stuck in the body. Absolute fact now. Research is being proven that we hold on to old emotions. We hold it in our cells. We hold it everywhere. So how does it get out? It gets out through the colon. The ancient Egyptians knew. There is lots and lots of more information I can give you, but I want to tell you that if you don't clean your colon and it doesn't start moving well, whatever way you can find, you don't have to have a colonic. If you did want to find out more about that, I'm really happy to talk to you about it. But make sure it's emptying, because otherwise all these toxins are going to reabsorb back up into your body. So this is how they go. It goes from the cell to the lymph, from the lymph to the blood, from the blood to the liver, from the liver to the colon. I'll tell you that again. As our toxins removed, they go from the cell to the lymph, from the lymph to the blood to the liver, from the liver to the colon. I'm sure we could make a song about that one day. So, you've got a colon that's impacted, that's full of waste. Then what's going to happen if we don't empty it is that those wonderful toxins that we're getting rid of through this cleanse could get reabsorbed up and go back in. That's often why we get lots of headaches and we get lots of mood swings and we get a little bit spotty. That's that the colon's getting overwhelmed. The ideal thing to do is to have a colonic before a cleanse and have one afterwards. You don't have to do that, but it really does help the process. So again, I'm here and I'm here to help you. There's only just a little bit of information that we've given you so far. There's loads more. I could talk about it all day long. B vitamins are synthesised in the colon. Having a colonic can help retone the shape of it as well. It can help the transit time enormously. And in my colonic practice, I use green organic products. They are the best products that I've found ever, and I'm saying hallelujah for them. Did you know that all the good bacteria that lays in our colon and the lines of the colon that helps and protects us from disease, Did you know that good bacteria absolutely love supergreens? That if you add supergreens to a probiotic, it triples the effectiveness of the probiotic. How wonderful is that? So with a nice clean colon, and then an implantation of supergreens and probiotics and a few drops of cell vitality, put in a different way from through the mouth, I can tell you, it makes people feel amazing. I'm having excellent results with doing that. So I'm not encouraging everybody to go out straight away and start using Green Organics products in that way, but with some help and with some instruction, I can really show people how to use them in that way. We need to start manufacturing in our bodies a population of healthy, wonderful bacteria, and then everything happens naturally. This cleanse is unbelievable, and Kate's going to show us more things as we go on each day. We're learning about the blood, about the liver. So this is about the colon. Please don't underestimate this part of the body. It can stop working for days if it doesn't feel happy, or it can overwork when it's feeling anxious. It needs love, it needs care, and it needs some understanding. And back in ancient Egypt, I do know too that the high priestesses used to have colonics during moon times at different phases of the moon. And it wasn't just then for removing toxins. It was to open up intuition, gut instinct. Remember about that. It's an amazing part of the body. I would be very happy to talk more about it. But I can hear somebody outside. I've got another client coming. Somebody who's never had a colonic before. So I will be spending time to reassure and comfort somebody when we go through this massive letting go process. I wish you all luck on the cleanse. I'm feeling better than I have done in years. And together we can do anything. Miracles can happen. Just let go. Follow Kate. And if you want anything more on colons, I'm here to help you and support you. Keep up the good work. And I hope this has been helpful. Over and out for now. From my iPad in my colonic clinic. Take care.